All right, YouTube assholes. Welcome to Fightsplaining, where we fight-splain to you the reasons why fights are splained and why they aren't. My name is Chris Toggleswitch. We got Patrick Waste with us, right over in one of these back directions.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I can't see this guy. I think I'm over here. That way?
Well, you're where you are, so you'd be pointing at yourself. Close enough. So here we go. We just watched
Patrick Waste.
Do you want to plug your Instagram?
Patrick Waste, baby! Put an underscore on that bitch.
Underscore. All right, there is an underscore.
Patrick underscore
The
Waste.
fucking underscore taker. All right, so we just watched Monday Night Raw. And it was, how would you rate it on a scale from fuck you to eat shit?
It's not even anywhere near that. The only two good things on there was Alexa Bliss, and she didn't even get naked.
No, she did not.
And Seth fucking Rollins.
He got naked, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he took his shirt off.
Oh, I got naked. I got naked. Okay, that's, yeah.
I ran into my TV trying to fucking catch his shirt.
How'd that go? Yeah. It didn't work, did it?
No, but it was funny because when Seth Rollins came out, I was like, man, I really hate Finn Balor. I really hope they just like have Seth Rollins fuck shit up, and they did not disappoint. Kurt Angle turned that shit into a tag match. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins gets the biggest pops there.
He does.
And Lashley booed, fucking Reigns gets fucking booed. Vince is like, wow, Roman Reigns is getting booed. I better bring back Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley comes back. Boo! Boo!
Yeah, he's great in the ring, but I don't understand what the fuck Bobby Lashley is supposed to be. I don't know what he's supposed to be, why I'm supposed to care. I don't understand why. I mean, I understand why he wears the sweatband now, because that motherfucker just pours sweat constantly. Just on his way to the ring, he gets clinically dehydrated. It's terrible. He really needs to do something about that.
That's the only black man that does not need cocoa butter. He's just like naturally moist.
They need to like put the fucking sponge from the Green Mile around his fucking head in order for him to get through a match without drowning everyone in the ring.
They don't even need to soak it. They're like, nah, we good. The hell else happened? Oh yeah, Evolve. What's your take on that shit?
What do you mean? The fucking women's pay-per-view in general, or okay? I like that there's
the whole thing. Just the whole thing.
I think it's about goddamn time that they have a different type of pay-per-view, and that they actually. I mean, all right. So they keep going back and forth between whether or not we're supposed to just. Women's wrestling is just part of wrestling the way tag team wrestling or cruiserweight wrestling is, or if it's its own thing. And then they did the same thing with 205 Live, where it's like, all right, is 205 Live, are these like just cruiserweight wrestlers we're going to see all the time, or are they like segregated into their own group? I think they tried to mix up women's wrestling throughout Raw, and they probably still will. They'll still have women's matches on Raw and stuff, because where else are they going to put them? But I think like having their own home, having their own like house where they can have their own like major title, tag team title, and maybe in the future mid-card title. That's great. I think it's fantastic. And maybe once a year isn't enough. Maybe every month is way too much. So I think they should strike a balance at some point. But it's good. I think Evolve is going to be awesome. The name is, or Evolution is going to be awesome. Is it Evolution or is it Evolve? It's not Evolution, right? Or is it?
I don't know. I was just too busy looking at Alexa Bliss and Stephanie McMahon the entire time.
The name sucks. The name absolutely sucks. There's nothing good about it.
No, it is Evolution.
Like Triple H's stable. It's stupid. I don't like it at all. What's your take? What do you think?
There better be a bra and panties match, because Trish Stratus is going to be there. Goddamn, like, bring the puppies out of retirement already. Like, come on. Like, every time I watch a women's match, all I can think is like Jerry Lawler in my ear, just going puppies, or she's getting cheeky with it.
Wait, getting cheeky with it or getting jiggy with it? Cheeky?
Cheeky.
So he took it.
Yeah, you remember when Stacy Keibler used to bend over in the ropes and be like, ooh, she's getting cheeky with it.
But what would you do with Nia Jax though?
Who's Nia Jax?
She was the champion for quite a month there.
Was that the fat chick?
Yeah, that's her.
Bring Eric Bischoff in as her manager. Jesus Christ.
Okay, all right. How do you feel about her championship run?
Forgetful transitional champion. Just not like, dude. Like, if you're gonna put the title on that big behemoth of a woman, like that's a whole lot of woman. That is a chick that fucks you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she should not have lost a match to anyone but Ronda Rousey, I think, because Rousey is like a legitimate contender. But at the same time, I don't know. This whole fucking Ronda Rousey thing is just, I don't know, dude. I got someone text me saying they can't see us on YouTube.
They can't.
So I'm getting all fucked up.
Let me check that. All right. Tell a shitty story while I make sure that we're live on YouTube here.
Let's see. I woke up, took a big shit, then I got out of bed.
Is this a blues song?
Is
this a blues song? What's going on here?
No, this is just my everyday life.
I see.
Yeah,
right, my channel. Yeah, we might not be live. Interesting. Oh no, it says live now. Is it unlisted? Maybe that's why. I think that's the problem. Unlisted. Okay, I'm gonna change it to public. Save. Technical difficulties. This is our first show.
Yeah.
Okay, public. We're good. I think. Let me refresh it here.
All right. I told him to refresh as well.
Yeah, this looks good. Okay. All right.
All right. So, if anyone's just tuning in, I got some SS Blue Magoo. Blue Magoo.
And
this is what I need to.
I got some antifreeze. Some good old antifreeze.
Yeah, see, I can't see anything that you're doing right now, so it makes it that much more fucking hilarious
That's a good
to me.
point. Yeah, you can't see this. You can't see this. You can't see anything in between.
You can't see shit.
Right.
You could be holding up a sign that says Patrick Way sucks fucking cock, and I'd be like, yeah, fucking right on, bro.
Well, fuck, I could just put it right down here in text, so I don't need a sign. You know, this isn't 2000 and.
I can't see that either right now. All I can see is my ugly fucking face.
So what were you doing on 9/11? Not this year, like the actual 9/11, like the good one, the real one.
Oh, the real 9/11?
Yeah.
I was sitting in auto class cracking jokes about people coming out of the buildings.
All right. So, all right, that leads us to what else happened on Raw that was memorable.
All right. Let's see. We talked about Evolution.
Mm-hmm.
I think the pay-per-view is going to be a fucking disaster.
I don't think it's
personally.
Why do you think it's going to be a disaster? They have a lot riding on it, so they're going to have. I mean, Rousey's going to show up somehow, and then also on top of it, they have a lot riding on it. Usually, when they have to prove themselves, they pull off one good show.
Well, I don't know. I think it depends on the booking on this pay-per-view. I mean, you got Ronda Rousey. Like, I've heard people say that they're trying to make her the female Brock Lesnar. I think they're trying to make her more like Roddy Piper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, like just like that fucking loose cannon, fucking suspended. I don't care. I'm jumping the barricade and beating the shit out of this hot-ass bitch. Like, I don't know why she would do that.
It's very Steve Austin, though, at the same time, where, like, he doesn't care if he got fired or whatever. He would just go out and kick ass.
Yeah, true that. But I just think the pay-per-view, like, it's not going to draw as much as I think they think it's going to. Because I know, personally, I wouldn't want to watch an all-women's pay-per-view. Not because, like, I'm sexist, but because it's, like, they should just have, like, their own thing, like how they had Glow back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
They should have, like, an all-women's, like like kind of like how NXT is right now. I think they should do something more along the lines of that than just have like an all women's pay per view. Like just be like, all right, we have 205 Live, we have fucking NXT. I think they got something else floating around in there too.
They have the UK.
I don't know.
They have the UK division.
Oh yeah, the NXT UK now. And it's like, why not give like these women like if like they have the talent, like there's no doubt about that. But it's just like I think the casual fan, or like or even like the hardcore fan, like I don't want to see an all women's pay per view. I wouldn't tune into that. Like 1 or 2 women's matches like per pay per view. Like yeah, that's fucking cool shit.
So maybe it's almost like, better though that they have the pay per view for the people who are really into women's wrestling and feel like they get overshadowed on the main show. And much like 205 Live, you can still have a women's match every now and then on the main show, is just to remind people it exists, but save the storylines and shit for maybe their own show, like on 205, where like you don't see storylines on Raw, you just see the match, but the match is from storylines if you were to watch 205 Live, if you gave a shit. So if they can get all of the storylines that are annoying and that most people don't like, I mean, they could just make the storylines better, but that's not going to happen. So they could just take the storylines that everyone hates, move them over to a show in and of itself, and then the pay-per-view would make more sense for people who want to watch that.
I think Ember Moon's entrance music should just be her roaring like a fucking Wookiee. Like, what the hell is that shit in the middle of a match? Just...
I do like her theme.
What?
I do like her theme a lot, but no, you're right. Where does that come from? I think it comes out of her eyes, like she's screaming with her eyelids.
And I want to know what's up with Finn Balor. Like, what is this shit? Like, this choreographed, like...
Are you familiar with the demon Finn Balor and that whole thing?
Yeah, I saw like clips of him like flipping through here and there, like.
That makes a lot more. His entrance makes a lot more sense when he's as the demon, but when he's not, it's weird. And you're kind of right. It'd kind of be like if the Undertaker were to come out to his creepy ass theme, but he was just kind of like dressed in like a fucking, I don't know, like fucking champion sweatshirt and fucking pair of blue jeans, and he was just walking out there like with his reading glasses on, and it's like, what are you doing? This isn't scary.
Fucking khakis, like, hey, I'm Undertaker.
I just came here to say, can you guys keep it down? I'm trying to get some work done over there. And, like, I understand that you live here too, but like, you know.
No, like, I don't know, just like this whole like choreographed thing. Like, I'm so glad like they like buried Elias tonight.
Elias, I thought was going to interfere in the main event because of how much he got shat on tonight, and then he just went away. It was kind of weird.
It would have been great if he did, and he attacked Bobby Lashley, so we wouldn't have to endure another fucking Roman Reigns main event.
Oh, yeah, let's just talk about that. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. What the fuck? Why was everyone right? Why is that actually what they're doing? Like, no one wants to see this. No one gives a shit.
I mean, like, maybe Vince McMahon just likes making people mad.
I think he has dementia, and no one really realizes it because of how he's been his whole life. Like, he's talking about bringing
the XFL back. That should have been the fucking first sign when people should have been like, all right, you have to take a test, Vince. You're gonna have to take a test.
Like, Vince, you want to start the XFL? Like, here, we got a happy jacket.
Yeah, exactly.
The fuck? But I mean, a little off topic. The XFL, Vince McMahon is not a man I think you want to twice. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah,
like,
he's gonna do this. He's gonna do it right this time, or go broke trying. So
he's still making fucking money off his camera setup with the wires and shit. You know, like those drop-down cameras. Like he patented that shit. Like that was his idea.
Didn't they use that
the
recently in a game that was too foggy to see on TV?
I mean,
so they switched to that camera. That was like last season, wasn't it?
They use it every single game. Every game. Like when you see the football on the ground and the camera going up and all that shit. That's all Vince McMahon's idea.
They had to stick to that same shot like the entire, like the rest of the game. They stuck with that one shot.
Oh no! There was a game where they couldn't use those cameras, the Vince McMahon idea cameras, because it was too foggy. They had to use like way, you know, just like some jack off in the fucking 18th row freezing his balls off. Like, yeah, dude, this is fucking great.
He
18
gets
bucks an
tackled
hour.
like the fucking water boy.
Gets hit with the fucking ice ball. Like, oh, I fucking knew I should have listened to that fucking lame-ass podcast and called in.
So, motherfuckers out there, call in. The number is right down there, 617-237-6637. Or you can Skype in at Chris Toggle Switch. I'm probably the only Chris Toggle Switch out there. No one's stupid enough to have that name. So, find it, call in. There's, let's see, how many viewers do we have right now? Okay, there's one person watching. So, if you want to call in, just, call in. You get to say the N-word on the air if you so choose. I hope you don't, but you can if you could do. Once you're on the air, man, I don't have much control. I can hang up on you, but that's after you say something. So you, hey, fucking call in.
They just call back the block number anyway and just say that you're watching anonymously.
I'm gonna get screwed here either way. So it might as well be you who screws me. You know, it's All
right, so SummerSlam. I keep on reading this random shit on the internet. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know what's true. I don't even know what the fuck the WWE is anymore. Is it wrestling? Is it sports entertainment? Is it a fucking live movie?
It's sports entertainment. I'll tell you right now, it's sports entertainment.
But anyway.
That hasn't changed.
But I read that The Undertaker and Triple H are supposed to be wrestling at SummerSlam.
They say that like every fucking year, and maybe. I don't care. It shouldn't happen. It really shouldn't happen. Oh shit! I missed a call. All right, I'm gonna fucking call this person back. Yeah,
like, hey, get on my show.
I don't know who this is, but all right.
Oh shit! I lost my lights.
Boom.
There we go.
There it is. There it is. All right. Done. Let's see what happens.
In the back? Yeah, dude, that's fucking high quality shit right there. That's WWE.
Hello? Hello? Who?
How about that WWE match? I thought this was a phone sex hotline.
It is a phone sex hotline. So how about that WWE match? What did you think?
It was incredible.
Wasn't it just?
I tried to get my nutsack signed, but they wouldn't sign me.
Oh, goddamn! You got to use a fountain pen. They only use fountain pens.
A Roman Reigns signed ball sack, like
it just got so laggy. It's not even funny.
Oh, it was lagging out for you? I apologize. It's probably because we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, bro. Content over quality. Fucking come at me. Fight.
It was. You tell me. I'm calling the Fightsplaining hotline. I missed it. I was jerking off.
Well, what happened was there was a fight, and need I explain more? That's pretty much what It's fucking. There you go.
Like back in the 90s. Back in the 90s, we called them wrestling matches. But apparently something happened somewhere along the lines.
I'm going to hang up and see if it gets better.
Okay. I feel like we're going to be hearing that phrase a lot.
You guys suck.
Fucking...
Wait till I get a laptop, motherfucker.
Patrick Waste's video did cut out when that person called in. I don't know if that's going to be a regular thing, but...
Well, I'm basically running on fucking... Yeah, like run by a fucking old man in his 80s, like with a hand crank. Like, we gotta get the Wi-Fi. But what else happened on Raw tonight? Trish is going to be at Evolution or Evolve or whatever the fuck that thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Better be a brown panties match there, and the King better come out.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought you said brown panties match for a second, and I was like, oh, that's disgusting. I don't see them doing that at all.
We got a brown panties match. Who shit themselves on the way to the ring first? It was Nia Jax, surprisingly.
How would you have a brown panties match? Would you have to make your opponent shit themselves? Is that the stipulation?
Maybe you take a shitload of laxatives.
And then what? And then what?
Then just have a tickle fight until the first person shits.
I see. Okay.
Got a message saying that my camera cut out.
Yeah, your camera did cut out. Flip your camera around. That might work.
Yeah, let's try that.
It cut out when our awesome caller called in, who I assume was someone you know, because who the fuck else would find our feed? Let's see. Refresh.
That's all right. We're gonna keep this going.
We're keeping it going.
Yeah, I'm smoking a cigarette and taking an inhaler.
Yeah, you're still not back. You're gonna have to try that again.
I'll try it again.
Dead air.
Yeah, going back.
So yeah, just keep trying. I'll hit refresh. I'll let you know if it comes back. So what the fuck else? What the fuck else happened on Raw that we didn't talk about? There's got to be at least one thing. Let's see here.
The show is just so uneventful these days.
It was really uneventful. Oh wait, you came back for a second. I don't know what happened.
My back.
Let's see. No.
I got.
Oh, there you go.
You
Okay,
that?
yeah, I got something going on. So if you flip it again, it's probably gonna work. Yeah.
Let me flip it again.
I mean, you just watch your steering wheel the whole time. If this doesn't work. Yeah, that works for some reason.
That?
Yeah, that one works. There you go.
Alright. We'll just do this. We'll just turn my shit around.
You know what
I don't know
you look like.
Yeah, fucking ugly, toothless, and bald. I'd be the perfect gimmick for a fucking WWE run, I swear to God. Just like a guy that's completely fucking undeserving. Just like going in like, yeah, I'm gonna beat Brock Lesnar. Then win the title. And people would hate it so much, like somebody in the WWE would actually have real fucking heat for once.
What do you think of Mojo Rawley?
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about him too. That guy fucking sucks. He's so bad. His name is Mojo Rawley. That's his name.
No, I really like. I'm so out of touch with the WWE. Like, I watch NXT, and it seems like there's like, when I watch an NXT takeover, it's like I'm watching like ECW One Night Stand all over again, like the real one. Stand.
Yeah.
It's like that caliber every fucking time. Like, you got Tommaso Ciampa, you got Johnny Gargano, Aleister Black, even though like I'm not really marking out for him anymore. Ever since that fucking botched Black Mass, like
I can't really blame him for that. He was fighting a fucking garbage can. So
yeah, I'm Lars Sullivan. My signature move is
yeah, that's his finisher too. That guy, man. Like, I don't know. I can't blame Aleister Black for missing the only Black Mass that he's ever missed. I mean, he's probably missed others, but that was the worst.
I can. You're supposed to be making a name for yourself. You're supposed to be the top dog, and then you get beat by fucking Tommaso Ciampa. Like, you fucking bum.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck Raw. Let's talk about NXT. Fuck Raw.
Raw fucking blows.
Do you think that do you think Gargano's gonna take the belt off of Ciampa in like a fucking normal match, or do you think they're gonna have some kind of weird match, like maybe a Hell in a Cell in NXT?
Yeah, man, it doesn't matter what those two do. I think they should have a fucking knife on a pole match and see how that goes. It's
getting there, it really is.
Because it's like, it's going to be knife on a pole, like, fucking Ciampa's going to pull out a fucking handgun. Like, those two cannot have a fucking bad match. Like, that is one rivalry that if they both do end up on the main roster, like one of those two has to be the face of that company because nobody can outdo them. You watch an NXT takeover and you're like, I feel so bad for Vince because he has to try to follow that up. Like WrestleMania, holy shit. Like, I watched NXT TakeOver, and I was blown the fuck away. Like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. Like, I was getting drunk in a shed in Florida, fucking chanting ECW, like, quietly. So I didn't wake up the neighbors. Like, ECW, ECW, ECW. And so you watch, like, WrestleMania, and it's just like, oh, turns out the only people that can have a good match is like Kurt Angle and Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and Ronda Rousey. Like, who the fuck would have thought?
That was insane that stole the show. That, I mean, I'm glad it did in a way, but that's crazy that's the best they had. That's not good.
Like, fucking Nakamura and Styles, like, for all the hype behind that fucking match, it was just like, what the fuck? Like, because I've never seen, like, you know, these AJ Styles matches that people fucking praise and he's the greatest and this and that. Fucking flips and phenomenals and whatever the fuck else that people talk about him. Then I watched that match and I was like, oh, like the best spot of the match was like a missed 450 splash.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, and
the whole boot in the sack. Yeah. The fucking kick to sack. Why is the kick to sack his favorite thing to do? It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense.
Because he's Japanese. He doesn't know any better. He can't speak English. Like no one taught him the middle finger, so he just goes straight right to the nuts.
It is effective.
Like, Nakamura, I don't like you. Like, balls. Oh, shit. Like, Nakamura means business. Don't fuck with a Chinaman.
He's Japanese.
In the fucking ring.
He's from Japan, not from China.
I want to see AJ Styles versus Shinsuke or Shinsaki or whatever the fuck his name is, Nakamura, and like
Shinsuke. Some
crazy fucking deathmatch stipulation, like loser gets his balls chopped off.
That's every match they've had. That's just rehash.
Oh yeah.
Well, you mean like Kai and Tai style, where they actually tried to chop off Val Venus's penis with a sword? You know what? Vince really likes Japanese people.
They did chop it off. They fucking made the big Valboski a fucking small salami.
No, he said
that.
It got cold, and that's what saved him. Yeah, Vince really thinks that Japanese people go after the penis of their enemy. That seems to be something that someone told him once, and that he's just believed ever since, and tries to use as much as possible. I'm surprised Tajiri didn't have like the green mist into someone's ballsack at some point.
Do you remember when the great Suzuki was in your house and he faced fucking what was that little fucking Japanese fucking rugrat? What was his name?
He teamed with Barry Horowitz for a while. Oh, Taka Michinoku?
Yeah, that dude. They had that match. They blew like that was a fucking 10-star match.
That was great, yeah.
And, like the entire audience is sitting there like
they weren't ready.
What the fuck is that?
They were not ready. They wanted to see Duke the Dumpster Droese come out and take a shit in a trash can. That's what they wanted to see.
I did too, to be honest with you.
They wanted to see Henry Godwin.
It's time to take out the trash.
That was good. That's a good. You have a good Duke.
Yeah, well, I've been practicing for years of fucking taking out trash. Like back when I was in a relationship, like, you know what time it is, honey? Yeah, bitch. It's time to take out the trash. In the kitchen cooking, like, do you smell what the crock is cooking?
Why did he call himself the dumpster? Even if you were a garbage man, it's like, what's your job? Waste disposal. But they call me the dumpster.
His in-ring abilities are up there with the fucking BFI dumpsters in Massachusetts. It's like, oh, and Duke the Dumpster Droese just falls on his fucking ass. Oh, God. How much longer does this match go on for?
I thought you said you were an FBI agent. I said I was a BFI agent.
Poor Duke. And then I think he came back as Nails. Or was Nails a completely different?
Nails is like a foot taller than Duke, and he wore an orange jumpsuit, and he looked kind of like Meatloaf.
Oh yeah, and he feuded with the big boss man, like that white piece of shit locked me up.
The story was that Nails beat the shit out of the big boss man in prison, and it's like, wow, boss man must suck. He's a fucking prison guard, and he got the shit kicked out of him in prison. That's terrible.
This is so bad. Monday Night Raw fucking sucks nowadays. Like, we're still talking about Duke the Dumpster Drosy and fucking Nails, like two completely forgettable fucking gimmick characters of the fucking early 90s. Like, just completely fucking awful, like a trash man and a fucking escaped convict and the big boss.
Do you remember the story where Shawn Michaels got the shit kicked out of him because he was being an asshole in a bar, and they spun it as he got mugged in Syracuse, New York? He was talking shit to a bunch of Marines or something, and they beat the ever-living shit out of him and left him for dead. And then the next day he had to like give up the Intercontinental title because he was fucking beat the shit out of.
I didn't read that. He must have been pissed when they no-sold the Sweet Chin music. He just like goes to kick and slaps his leg like that. And the guy's just standing there like, yo.
Just shoots him in the face.
This ain't WrestleMania, boy. I'm trying to smoke a bowl. My fucking lighter.
Yeah, shake it. Did it work?
Oh, shit. No, I lost it forever. It popped.
You can breathe on it, too. Make it all nice and toasty. That sometimes works. There you go.
Man, life is fucking hard.
Not if you buy a fucking lighter before yours dies.
Well, I bought one, but I left it at work.
Oh.
I'm about to light up a cigarette and stick it in the fucking bowl.
Your truck's not old enough to have a cigarette lighter?
Yeah, how am I going to stick it in there? I'm going to try.
Right.
Anything for you.
Yeah, like, seriously. Like, if anyone wants to call in with a plan so Patrick Waste can get stoned before we end this podcast, like, now's the time to call. Like, right now. Like, right now.
So, SummerSlam. When is that? This Sunday?
No. It's not till, like, the middle of August. Like, the 19th, I think. 18th.
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be a good fucking show because I'm really sick of like paying $10 a month for the WWE Network and just watching NXT. Like, I want to see like Extreme Rules.
Mm. Yeah, we'll put a link to your review in the description by the time this actually officially uploads because yeah, your review is spot on for that. Oh, someone's calling. Hold on. Hello. Hello. Oh, why? Oh, okay. For some reason, fucking Patrick Waste, you kicked Patrick Waste right the fuck out of here. Let me see what's going on here. Hold on. I think I can get you both back somehow. What's going on? It did freeze on a really like perfect frame on his face, so I do thank you for that. That's actually better. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know what... Dude, wow. I'm bad at my job. Okay, let's see. There's that. Alright, so, say something funny. No? You got nothing? Yeah, something funny. Alright. Alright, I think I'm going to end this and then try to fix it. So, thank you for calling. Maybe the next time I'll have a functional show. Okay. Alright. Oh, good. That came back. Yeah, I got to figure out multiple calls because this is Silly Town. Oh, resume. Hey, you there? Oh, good. Okay, that's pretty silly. I don't know, man. It was weird. I got a call and it kicked you out. And now you're not coming back. I don't even know that you're that we're picking up anything you're saying. So I'm gonna end the broadcast. This was a good trial run. Thanks to our one viewer. We had a max of 2. And I'm sure that next week will be a show. All right. Good night, everyone. Beep.